Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name's Gabrielle. Today I'm going to be doing a updated review on my, well, not updated because I haven't done a full review, but I'm going to do a full review on my Louis Vuitton NÉONOÉ bag. Louis Vuitton NÉONOÉ bag. I've had this bag for about 8 months now, and I told you guys I was going to give you guys a full review on it, how it's wearing, the wear and tear after 8 months, what my thoughts are on the bag, would I buy it again if I had the opportunity to, and yes, so if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. And yes. Alright, so I've had the bag for about 8 months now, and I will say there are about 2 things that I would change on the bag, but other than that, the bag is great. If I were to go back in time, I would still purchase this bag. I think my favorite thing about the bag, honestly, is the size and versatility. I just feel like this bag is such a nice medium bag. It's not too big, it's not too small. I mostly 99% of the time carry it during daytime, but I feel like it can be a bag that you can do at nighttime and it's not like obnoxious and big. I think that this size and just the black is so clean, it's so chic. You don't see the wear and tear like you would on the lighter Louis Vuitton, the usual light tan that gets darker over time. The black just makes the bag, I feel like, look more elevated. 2 things I would change about the bag though is this middle part. So the middle part of this bag is kind of like a storage pouch in the middle right here. I emptied the bag so I could like play around with it with you guys, but this storage right here, it's like a zipper pouch, kind of like in the Neverfull how they have the pouch that comes with it. It's a nice thin, it just is Louis Vuitton. It gets in the way though. That is one thing that I will say is kind of annoying about the bag. I wish I could remove it because then I feel like I'm only stuck with these 2 sides, which doesn't leave me a ton of room. And I feel like when you stuff this bag too much, it ends up sagging a little bit at the bottom, which it's kind of a good thing that the thing in the middle is there, because then I feel like it, what word am I looking for right now? I feel like it kind of prevents you from shoveling stuff in your bag. I have a Neverfull also, and the Neverfull is just like the tote bag from Louis Vuitton. And that bag, I feel like I have the tendency to just throw a bunch of stuff in there. Like I'm just tossing stuff in there. It ends up becoming like this big obnoxious thing. And I feel like there's no sort of organization because it's just a big, a big black hole down there. But with this middle part, I feel like it can be, I was like, when I first got it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna be super organized. I'm only gonna have stuff on this side. But when you're like rushing out of the store and you're trying to throw things in your bag and take things out and whatever, it can get a little bit in the way. That's my #1 complaint about the bag. My #2 complaint about the bag, I would say, is that I wish the bottom did have feet. That is something that my grandma pointed out to me when I first showed her that bag. She was like, that bag should have feet at the bottom, just to protect at the bottom right here. I feel like there should be 4 feet, and then when it's standing, the actual bottom is not getting scratched up or anything like that. But other than those 2 complaints, if you're thinking about getting this bag, just buy the bag. If you have your eye on it, it is such a good size, and I feel like it's such a good shape. It's super flattering. It's not super boxy and wide. This like bucket style, I feel like, is very, very timeless. Louis Vuitton has had bags like this for years, and I just feel like this black makes it a little bit more elevated, a little bit more chic, a little bit more, I don't know, just like, I feel like it catches my eye, and I don't see a ton of people, at least where I live, with this bag, so I love that part of it. It is most of the time sold out online. I found it in store, but I just feel like it's different. Like something about the black with the regular print is just like nice, and I love that you can wear it 2 different ways. I actually always wear it on my shoulder. I don't ever do it as a crossbody just because it runs a little long on me. If you are a taller person, it might look okay as a crossbody. I'm like 5'4", almost 5'5", and this is a crossbody, hits too far like down my thigh where I feel like it looks kind of stupid. But this is like a shoulder bag. It's just perfect. It's literally the perfect size. The 2 things I would definitely change about it is that the middle part, and then feet. But as for wear and tear on the bag, so I've been carrying it for about 8 months now. I actually just put it away in the dust bag because I brought out a my spring bag. My spring bag I usually will carry, which I don't know where it is. It's the Neverfull. It's the white and blue checkered print from Louis Vuitton, just because it's a little bit brighter. This can be worn year round. I just kind of like to switch up my bags because I get in ruts sometimes. Like, I literally have been carrying this since I got it, and I think I started carrying it, I want to say, at the end of November, beginning of December. So has that been 8 months since I've had it? December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, like almost 8 months. I have to count. But yeah, I just feel like the wear and tear on it, I can't see anything yet. And I've definitely worn it, like, out of the last almost 8 months that I've had it, I've probably worn it almost every single day. This has been my go-to, but I don't see any signs of like scratching or peeling or anything. And not on the black part either. The gold is holding up pretty well too. And I feel like, not that I'm rough with my bags, but like, you know, when you initially get a bag and you are like super careful with it, like you're babying it, and then you've had it for like a month or two and you're like, all right, I'm just throwing stuff in. But I do feel like with the middle part and the size of this bag and the fact that it cinches and everything, I feel like it does prevent me from just collecting a bunch of stuff in here and just shoveling it with stuff I don't need. Like, I really put a makeup bag, a wallet, gum, a hair clip, car keys, maybe like a bar or something. I don't really put much else, a hand sanitizer. I don't really put much else in my bag because there's honestly not much you need. And I feel like when you do put too much in this bag, it does sag at the bottom, which I feel like most of the Louis Vuitton bags can do that. I know the Neverfull does too. Like, if you put too much stuff, it kind of like sags on the bottom and it just like doesn't look right. So that's like one thing I would say. If you're wanting this as like this is not a diaper bag. I feel like the Neverfull could be used as like a diaper bag. This is something where I feel like wallet, makeup bag, phone, keys, hand sanitizer. I put a notebook in here before. You can definitely like separate it between the two sides because of that middle divider. I actually have not used the middle divider on it. I'm so weird, and like with new purses with zippers and like the inside pocket, I don't like to use it because I like to keep it like as fresh as possible because I'm just a little crazy. But if I were to go back 8 months ago and be in the store and try and decide if I want this bag or something else, I would pick this bag. When I was actually in the store looking at this bag, the client advisor I had was super, super cool. And I was just asking him out of curiosity. I was like, hey, do you guys ever see the Palm Springs backpack come in? The Palm Springs is just the classic, well, it's not classic because I think the classic Louis Vuitton backpack has the flap over. The Palm Springs backpack is always sold out though. It's this exact print with this exact black. There's like 3 or 4 different sizes. There's a mini one, there's a medium size one, there's a big one. And I asked him, I'm like, do you guys ever see that? Like, does it ever come in stock? Because I never ever see it online. And he was like, sometimes randomly, but we have like lists of people who want it. If it comes back in stock, like I'll text you. And so literally a week later, ironically, and I'm like, so maybe it isn't always sold out, because how come you text me a week later and it's there? So he texted me a week later and he was like, I actually have one in stock. And I seriously contemplated exchanging this for the Palm Springs mini backpack. But I went back and forth and I was like, okay, what am I going to utilize more? I love Disneyland. I love going to Disneyland. And I'm like, that's what I would wear the Palm Springs mini for. Like, perfect. Just like, if you're going to Disneyland, I'm like, Disneyland. If you're going to Disneyland, if you're going to the fair, if you're doing something daytimey where you don't want to carry a purse, because I always need some sort of purse with me, like I always do. It's just, I hate going somewhere empty-handed. Like, I need to have all my things with me or I don't feel complete. So the backpack, I was like, oh, that might be really nice, but I do need a medium-sized purse. Like, what should I do? I went totally back and forth for like, honestly, I would say a good few days. He was holding it for me. And it was out at the Stanford shopping center, which is far from me. Not far, but like over an hour. And I was like, okay, should I drive out there? Should I go check it out? And then like make the decision there. I ended up just keeping the bag and I'm so glad I did. That's on my list. I definitely want the Palm Springs backpack eventually when the time is right. But this is just the perfect, I feel like, everyday bag. So if you are thinking about getting this bag, I would say it's a great bag. 8 months and it still looks brand new. I mean, talk to me in like 2 years. I might just get makeup on it. Talk to me in like 2 years after really using it, but out of the last almost 8 months, I've used it almost every single day and it looks exactly the same. So two complaints I have about it is I do wish there were feet, and I do wish this middle divider came out. Then you could almost use it as like a little purse, a little pouch, but it kind of helps you keep the bag organized, kind of. It's kind of annoying when you're putting things in there, but could be worse, could be worse. Those are really my only 2 complaints about the bag. Other than that, this bag is like everything I wanted and more in a everyday like medium. And I say medium because it's not large and it's not small. It's like the perfect daytime bag. Doesn't end. Oh, am I gonna sneeze again? Sorry. Oh my god, I'm getting so hot right now. And does anyone else, when they start sneezing, do they get hot? I literally feel like I just had a hot flash. Like my armpits are fully sweating right now. I don't know what these 2 bruises are from. Look, I have 2 little bruises right here. But anyways, back to the bag. I just spit everywhere. I'm getting hot. This is definitely a purchase that I do not regret, and I would not go back and return it or get the backpack instead. This is just a great everyday bag, and the wear and tear so far is great. I don't see any crazy signs of wear or any peeling or anything like that, because that's always, you know, worrisome when you get a bag, and especially if you're spending X amount of money and it's a lot of money and you want it to stay. Like, you want it to stay good for years on end. That is what I love about Louis Vuitton. So if you are thinking about purchasing this bag, or it's on your wish list and you are thinking about buying it, buy the bag and blame it on me, because this is a great bag. It's an amazing everyday bag and the size is just perfect. So that was it for my little review on my Louis Vuitton NÉONOÉ bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you guys very soon.